Ah, here it is, the Castigator, the car that everyone wanted. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's a car that literally zero. Like, go find a comment of someone asking for the Avenger. I don't think anyone ever in the history of GTA has asked for this car. My aim is, Rockstar did this deliberately. Rockstar actually meant to do this and not bring the Trackhawk out. And when I did do the unreleased video of this, I did say it was a troll from Rockstar. If you guys know, this was technically already released. It was a car that you could do a stupid amount of missions for. I don't know who did. Someone probably did it just for the flex. But then when you get this car, what is there to flex? But out of seriousness, I think it looks good. Like, you know, for the real life version, actually it looks similar to the real life version. I remember someone commenting that it looks like a Dacia, and I found that so funny because I started Googling and I was like, damn, it does. Listen, I tried to find at least what. Okay, there was one comment that said this car looks good for a B segment crossover. I actually don't know what B segment crossover is. Maybe that's an American thing, but I guess maybe I just don't know. Now, I think I found funny about this with the painted trim and stuff. You just get this car looking, squinting your eyes, I guess, hitting your head a few times, a bit more like the Trackhawk. You just keep getting these modifications that, again, I think is a troll. And then you have you just have these vehicles that someone else commented that in my other video of showing this unreleased. They said that making this aggressive, like if you saw it in real life, you'd just laugh. Like, this is what I hate as well. Sorry, I keep jumping to subject, but the fact that we've got splitters in the same category or under the same title as like the bull bars is weird. It's like we go from splitters to make this thing look more aggressive to then off-road, and then we do have some modifications later on that do make this look a bit more off-roady. Let's make this most aggressive we can, I guess most Trackhawky we can. But and then on the rear, it's a bit silly. We don't have any back bumper option. Like, it says rear bumpers, but really we just get bars. And yeah, it's like this car, the more and more you look at it, the more and more disappointed you get. Like, they give you hope with the front bumper. They're like, okay, you get splitters, but you get 2 of them and that's it. And then the rear, you don't get anything. Like, what's the point then? What is the point adding no splitters? Rally spec exhaust, found that funny. I think this vehicle, if it had any use, it does suit a more of a hatchback type rally car, even though it's not a hatchback. Yeah, there's so many things I could say about this car. Like, now reading everyone's comments and reading what people think, it just confirms that everyone thinks the same thing here. Now, I just want to say, like, I don't think it's a bad looking car. It's just what Rockstar did. Like, Rockstar, it's just similar to like cars I like the E36, let's say, and they brought the 3 Series E36 into the game. But when they actually brought it, they brought the compact version, the version that not anybody wanted. Like, that's what similarities this car brings. And this is one thing that I remember hating about the vehicle. Like, you've got the snorkel, which is so cool, makes you feel like you can do an off-road build, but you can only have the snorkel with the axe and the spade, like, and the hood pins. Like, it's so weird. It's like, why do I have the snorkel with a hood pin option? And like, this had no thought. Like, even the Rockstar staff were like, we care this much about the car and we'll demonstrate it by, look, it makes no sense. And then you think, hella, like, look more at the modifications. There might be one without a hood pin option. No, there's not any without a hood pin option. Like, you have to have the full beam, like the full kit, the fog lights and all. Like, it's so dumb, so dumb. I'm surprised they let me go with this like competition hood option. At least that's the thing. There's a lot of cars in the game that scream like Rockstar put effort into the car. Like, there's cars in the game that cost half as much as this car. This car costs 1.65 million, and they scream effort. Like, you can see Rockstar pay attention. They know what the audience wants. They know when they bring an actual car into the game that people are going to criticize it more, and people are going to, you know, want more detailed mods. And then they realize that maybe car people won't pick the Avenger as much. Maybe they wanted the Trackhawk, so they put lousy modifications. And let's be honest, like, I would love to compliment this car more and more, but I do think, yeah, the modifications are a bit lousy here. Like, yeah, I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, which I'm like mostly not. I'm reading people's comments on what people think. But I do think, you know, this is a example of Rockstar just saying, leave it. Hella, leave it. Leave the complaining. Leave the complaining. But, you know, Rockstar giving us some examples of how they can disappoint you. Yeah, I'm not going to go with any roll cage. Okay, roof. We have street roof, aerial with a scoop, and aerial. We got the roof box with, oh, secondary, primary, and secondary. I've made the same colors. Surfboard, and yeah, roof rack and lights with the modern roof lighting as well. Yeah, again, this clearly does have like modifications. I mean, you can sell it for 1 million if you're interested in doing that once you've customized this thing. But I think this is why I think like you should maybe watch these videos first before you decide to buy something like this. I know this vehicle is actually quite fast, so I don't know. Watch me drive this thing as well before maybe, I don't know if it changes your mind. I don't think it should. If you really like this car from the looks and from the modifications, then buy it. Like, forget about the performance, because we've got so many cars in the game that why would you use this for performance? I remember this crazy class in the mounted. Like this I guess gives that one wow factor to the car. Like, you're like, whoa. Or not even wow factor, a shock factor. That's like, whoa, like why would you put that on the car? Every spoiler really is out there, and unfortunately, again, which I don't want to complain, but every spoiler except the last option does have like the boot pins. Like, look, the only one that doesn't have the boot pins is the final option. Thanks for doing that, Rockstar. Like, it's just so funny. It's just so funny. This car is like, I'm just gonna add a spoiler just for that. But this car's like, I feel like, you know, when a car disappoints you in one way, this car like comfortably disappoints you in many ways. Now, I just think this looks more like a hatchback when it's fully lowered, and we don't even have much hatchbacks in the game. Like, we don't have that privilege. Like, I would love to see more hatchbacks, more estates in the game, and, you know, not to cost near 1.5 million. That would be helpful too. And there we are. We have our Avenger here slammed to the ground. Not so much. Okay, it looks more like a Trackhawk build, but let's see how fast this is. I already know how fast this is, but I even said in that video where I showed the unreleased cars, I was like, this car actually might be faster than Euro's X32, like the car that has HSW. And yeah, now that I'm driving it, top end, I don't think it is, but I think it can accelerate faster than the X32. The acceleration, I'm going to launch it here. The acceleration is really fast. And like, can Hella say there's any reason to buy this vehicle? I mean, I think some people have this in real life. Like, I think it's quite popular in America. So I guess if you've got the vehicle in real life, I don't think you should listen to all the negative kind of comments, even though this video was pretty much highlighting like the negative comments. I think it's a nice looking car. When you look at the real life version, it looks close to the real life version. Of course, you do see the back a lot, and to me that's not as pretty. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Hopefully you found something useful in this video. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.